Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on another team from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Sooners offense will take the field first. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. It's complete on the right side. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there. This offense is feeling it. The Sooners are on the move. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Lost yardage leaves him looking at 2nd and 14. Now the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. 9th play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds space on the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Sooners didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Not finding any running room. And I think that loss is going to give back what they gained on the previous play, and now it's 3rd down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Looking to get it in. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very...
They got him. The pressure got home, and the comes up empty. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, better look out. Turning it on. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
The Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The play action fake. Pocket breaking down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Hayden. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Maybe a tad out of field goal range and way too close to punt it. Kind of in no man's land, so they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught close to the marker, it's Johnson. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Bulldogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, David. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Just sort of a relentless relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Second down, he'll throw it. Bringing the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. The Sooners really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Sooners are marching down the field. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Gives it to the back on the draw.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. What a disappointment. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the carry on 3rd down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Going for it all. Makes the grab on the right. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Blasted as he lets it go. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a 1st down, and they have to show some urgency here. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Hayden. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the 1st down. The Bulldogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got his man quickly. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
No good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. We're just about ready to start the 2nd half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the 1st half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the 1st half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the 1st half.
Mississippi State going up tempo. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team, because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 after the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play, guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in Norman, Oklahoma.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Page. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush.
Oh, he's got some space. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there. And he stopped from getting the first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's snuffed out behind the line again, went right back to the well and got the same bad result. Fires to the wideout. Got it! Touchdown, Mississippi State! And that one will give him the lead.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. And complete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Got his man on the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And this passing game has him calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success.
There he goes. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
On the run, still looking. This time it's complete. Russell out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. And the Sooners line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal coming up. Back to pass. Touchdown Sooners! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's open on the right. Turns it on at midfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Off play action. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hayden. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive. But, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and 1.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Sets up the screen. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Looking to throw on first down. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Manning. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a dub.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He rifles one deep to the left.
Incompletion and really poor accuracy by the quarterback there. When you're throwing the ball down the field, you don't need to make it perfect, but you do got to put it somewhere around your receiver. You got to give him an opportunity to go up and make a play for it.
Wants to throw again. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
That's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big one.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give him credit.
Looking deep down the right side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Off play action on 1st down. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field.
Breaks into the open. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop it. The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. That's a 20, he's got space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He'll bring it out. It's Burns. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. The short hands, it's Rock. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Here's a first down, but there is no time to lose as this offense gets to the line quickly. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Rock. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Bulldogs will hustle to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got him. Turning it on. And he was off to the races. Finally tipped up at the 36. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. And he's just going to spike it.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Snagged on the outside, it's Hart. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. There he goes. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty.